Yo, boys, are we live? Are we good? Can everybody hear everything? Is everything good? Are we rock and rolling? Pop, hello. John, hello. Adam, hello. How's everyone feeling? I'm eating my food real quick, guys. And obviously, as more people trickle in, we can chat. Been a kind of a crazy week, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. How's everybody doing? Mako! What's up, everyone? Sorry I haven't been live that much, but there's nothing to be excited for, honestly. Roger, what's up, man? El Solo Lobo, hello. Piotr, hello. Minecraft, hello. Trav, my boy. What's up, brother? How are you doing? Bro, it's been a crazy week, and I know people have a lot of questions, so I just wanted to meet everything head on. Whatever you guys want to know, you guys can always ask. Harry, what's up, my boy? How's life? How's your day? How's your morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever it is? Gotta get some food in. As more people trickle in, and we go from there. We're gonna watch the dev interview as well. Yeah, we're gonna watch that one. Signor Democrazia. Well, this is my normal time when I go live, bro. I've been getting so many comments about the buzz situation as well. Manny, what's up, man? Hope work was good, brother. Great at a week of holiday. Looking forward to quoting you out of context again. Have you been inside of Bile Titan again? Many times, and I loved it. Couldn't help building part of my local church. Yo, that's awesome, Harry. Guys, have you seen the dev interview? How? What would you rate it? I stopped like halfway through. I have to watch it fully. Yo, the one, the only, Mr. Eldritch. How you doing, Eldritch? Wait, I have to check something. I have to check something. Give me 1 second. 1-1. Yeah, okay. Hello? Yes, there it is. Do you hear the echo? Eldritch in the house. House. Yeah, it works. Good to know. Okay. We got the reverb going. Good to hear, Eldritch. I've had a crazy week, bro. It's a crazy week. Man, I love these early streams. So Speed, you know what? I love you too. You're a good dude. I appreciate all the support. And I appreciate all the support for all of you guys, man. The journey has been insane. Whatever the future holds, it holds, you know. We're going to discuss that as well. I can't really go into too much detail, but you guys can ask me anything about the buzz situation as well.
Welcome to the Crazy Fam.
Kratos, thank you for the membership, man. That's how you start off a stream right there, Kratos. Woo. Come on, man. Especially when there's no content, you know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to do? I can't even make videos. There's nothing to make videos about. There's nothing. I've been revisiting some of my old loadouts, and I'm gonna drop a few videos here and there, but that's it. That's it. Like, there's no traction for the game anymore. Somnus, what's up, man? I have been playing Battlefield 6, but I don't know if I'll stream it because I'm just waiting for Ark. We'll see. Snake, hello. Wasted, hello. Iceman, hello. Says, oh, okay, man, what are we thinking today? Gosh, I hope we get something. I mean, did it say... I don't want to misquote anybody. If I am a misquoting, please correct me. Did they not say mid-October patch? Yes or no? I did answer that. The speed on Steam, you little pleb. I did answer you, brother. And I said, oh, yes, Deluxe. The question is insulting. My opinion, I do feel like the game has been running smoother. They did say that. What's up, Bips? This is local. What's up, local? Wait, let me make this bigger because this is hurting my eyes. Yeah, that's better. Content and a war bond. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Mid refers to the quality of the patch. Oh god, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to tell you guys. There's a lot of shit going on right now, man. Starting from the buzz situation to the state of the game to Odo's PC dying to the dev interview. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the dev interview because I've been getting spammed with it. I need to watch it because it seems to me like a lot of people do not like it. And I want to figure out why. You know what I mean? Yo, Ramirez, what's up? I don't think they just give us only Liberty Day stuff and no regular war bond. Will you really leave the program? I mean, we'll see how it goes, you know? It's all about buzz, right? For me personally. I'm waiting. We're just waiting just a little bit longer, and we see how it goes. And if, you know, Buzz isn't back in, then, you know, then we do what we got to do. Nothing personal, but, you know, we all have our priorities, right? The recent video is full of bullshit talk. Does he even forget about the post he made on 14th August? What did he say? Mario, hello. How much Chopium are we gonna need today? Unlimited. Unlimited. Well, what program do you leave? We haven't left any program yet, but we are in the official Arrowhead content creator program, right? We were the ones. I was one of the people that was flown out to Sweden. I need a 500 kg of Chopium today, says Pop. You're at the right place. I know. Once again, my apologies. I haven't streamed much. The reason being, I'm being very open and very clear about this, guys. There is nothing to stream for Helldivers 2, and I don't want to stream drama shit in general. The reason today we have the title that we do is because I know that people are going to be asking these questions, so I might as well just meet it head on. Whatever you guys want to ask. I don't mind about the content creator program, about Buzz. I can tell you as much as I know and as much as I can, and we'll go from there, right? Yeah, I don't do that usually, Harry, to be honest with you, but I have to today. You're good. I have touched Helldivers 2 in a couple of days. Too many political answers with no substance in that interview. Don't think they understand the timing and what the community needs. They could make next week interesting. Performance patch, maybe. Warbond trailer, probably in Liberty Day. Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, the reality... Oh, my God. Okay. It's not good, bro. The reality is this. The reality is this, right? They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. It's their game. Yeah, I do think so, Pop. Honestly, I'm disappointed about what happened to Buzz. He's such a good content creator. Yeah. Hello, Pips. Are we possibly finally back? I'm a straight up be 100 with you guys, as I always try to be. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. I'm at that point where it is what it is, and I'm covering the game because, you know, I have a community for the game, and straight up, once again, very honest with you guys, this is how I make my income. I don't give a shit what this game does anymore. Like, I am mentally out. Like, I'm all there for like Helldivers 3 when it comes out on a new engine, whatever. I'm gonna be very excited for that. But I'm not gonna put myself in that toxic relationship again that I did with Destiny 2. I'm not doing that to myself anymore. I don't give a fuck. I've done my very best on giving feedback to the game, to the devs. They know everything we think about the game, everything we think that the game needs. They know all of this. They have it in written form. They have it in audio form, probably. They have it in all forms. They have like my DNA, you know. They have all of it. I have zero excitement for what's gonna happen in this game moving forward. And that's the truth. I promised you I would be very honest always, and I'm always gonna do that. Like, I care about you guys more than I do about any fucking studio. Like, that's the reality. And the truth is that, exactly that. I'm in the same boat, babes. I haven't played in a while and enjoy games like Ultra Kill, Terraria, and other hobbies. Yeah, listen, it's not that because I don't... Anything you do in life, right, no matter what it is, there has to be something that you're looking forward to, right? And then I have to break it down. What am I looking forward to in Helldivers 2? What is there? Right? I don't think there's much. Once again, this is a personal opinion. I understand a lot of you, yo, these content creators are always like whining. You can say that because guess what? I'm not a child. I respect your opinion. You can have any fucking opinion you want. You know, what I do believe in is that we'll see how things go. This could be the craziest week for us content creators in just a few days. And obviously, I'm gonna go live and talk about it, no matter which way it goes. Or it could be just back to normal. We're gonna figure that out in a very short few days. Very short few days. And I'd rather it happen quick, but I'm trying to be patient to give everybody benefit of the doubt. And also, please, like, a lot of people are like, you know, jumping into streams, and you guys know me, so I don't have that issue because I directly answer. I don't delete any questions, nothing. I don't care about that because I do believe the more you let people talk, the better it is. So where was I going? Yeah, like it's whatever happens, right? If the program goes to shit, it goes to shit. You know, if some people just... What I want to ask you is, like, don't attack, don't, like, you know, go into any creators, whatever. Let them do their thing. You know, what goes around comes around. Life has its own way. So there's no need for any unnecessary names or like attacking somebody. Does that make sense? We're grown-ups, bro. It is what it is. My decisions are my decisions. We'll see what happens in the next few days. Once again, I'm not rushing anything. I'm not going to attack anybody. This has always been my rule. Unless you mention my name, I stay in my lane, you know? Oh, yo, that actually rhymed. I like that. I like that. Unless you mention my name, I stay in my lane. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we are gonna do. And that's about it, right? When the shit hits the fan, if it does hit the fan, I'm gonna go live and talk about it with you guys, and yeah, we'll go from there. If it does hit the fan, high probability it will. And I highly hope it won't, because I'm not a kid, bro. Like, I'm out of this. Like, Claude mentioned in a meeting yesterday, it sounded like it was just more damage control. Yeah, we did have a meeting yesterday. Yeah, we did have a conversation, and it's ongoing essentially. We see what happens. Yeah, our creators in the 3 days. I can't believe I'm saying it out loud. What happened? Well, what happened is, for all the people that don't know and are just catching up, Buzz Lightbeer, you know, friend of ours, he got removed from the content creators program, and a lot of people, including you guys and us, and you know, not everybody, but some people think that it was very, very... Oh, let me get this open because I want to watch this later. I think that it was very, very it was just not honest, right? Like, it shouldn't have happened. Is democracy in trouble? Democracy has been in trouble for a very long time. Yeah. Stupid drama because they're be acting like dystopian corporation they are, says Coco Loco. Red has been blundering more than 100 ELO newbie chess player recently, says Eldridge always has like these fucking incredible sentences drop, you know, the parallels. I love it. I don't get how Buzz got in trouble for showing thumbnails in context to a clickbait news article. Can you explain how doing that is no bueno, Pip? Well, the problem with that isn't, you know, the problem with that is like, where does the line, where's the line drawn, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what can or can't, like, I think what's happening in general is that a lot of the times, and I saw this firsthand, right? When I was in Sweden. Like, you guys remember that stream we did from Sweden, right? Incredible stream, by the way. And a lot of you guys were there, and the chat was going crazy. One thing I can directly tell you, right? Like, genuinely, openly tell you, is that I could tell how excited the devs were to be a part of that live stream. And I also know the conversations we had after the live stream and how excited and how, oh my God, that was such a great experience. I can't believe like you guys were live and they were talking to us live. And, you know, they were very surprised and excited about the interaction with the viewer. You know what I mean? I do believe that just from that reaction of how surprised and, you know, excited they were, that really did show me one thing. They don't really know how the streaming slash like community in that sense works, right? And after that, I did start giving them a little bit more benefit of the doubt, because, you know, when somebody doesn't understand something or doesn't know something and he's new to something, you don't want to bash, right? Like, you want to invite him in, and stuff like that. Yeah, Excel, we'll check it out too. Concrete, hello. If I'm missing somebody, my apologies. JC, hello. Geese, hello. Bass, hello. Bacon, because I don't get, I read that one. So the problem, guys, isn't necessarily that they really put a dog in for more good guy points. Yeah, it's a weird situation. It's a weird situation because where do you draw the line on what a content creator does, especially between content creators? Like, if Buzz was calling out and putting out a photo of the game director and saying something, well, obviously that's fucked up, right? Like, I don't think that you directly, literally naming or attacking somebody should ever be valid, because most of the people that do that are pussies, and most of the people that do that don't have the balls and would never do that in a real life scenario. That's just how it is. And I'm not trying to be this badass dude when I'm saying this or anything, that I'm, you know, I'm you know, braver than somebody or something like that. But most people haven't even been in a fucking fist fight, or they haven't done anything of any kind of inconvenience in their life when it comes to, you know, face to face to somebody, or people just avoid that most of the time. So while if you have had those encounters in real life and you've had those like really bad situations and been in like some kind of like physical or like a verbal altercation, you know, as a man, right, that every time you get into something, there's always that, like, you know, right there in the bushes, sitting there, and it's called violence. There's always a chance that you get into a fight. Now, what happened in the modern era is the screens made everybody super brave because you're not face to face. It's like, it always reminds me of that. I believe it was one of the Japanese like emperors or like samurais or something had, like, when they heard of creation of the arrow, the idea was that he said something like, and I'm not like quoting exactly word for word here, but honor is dead, because you didn't have to face your enemy eye to eye 1 meter away fighting them. You know what I mean? And I think that really does get worse and worse as time flies by, right? Have you talked with other creators about making a decision? As I said, we have talked. Yes, we have talked a lot. I'm not going to speak for anyone specifically by name, but a lot of us have talked, and now we're just in the waiting process, right? There is a conversation ongoing. We're waiting, and depending on how they go, that's what's going to happen, right? Like, and once again, this is not a personal thing with anybody. I don't think there's only one party that is like 100%, you know, valid or invalid or wrong. Or I think, like, in general in life, nothing is a black and white 99% of the time, you know. That's fair, but at this point there has to be some sort of accountability, assuming that the game keeps falling off the deep end. Either publicly or internally, Arrowhead needs to point some fingers and fix it. I don't think they will, and this is why I'm saying, as a content creator, and I'm gonna use the word serve here in a very good meaning, because I believe that serving others is the point of life. I really do. I love serving my wife, and I love serving my son and my loved ones, because that's what makes me happy in my community. And I'm gonna say it right up to you, as a content creator that has been serving you guys, you know, and making content and entertaining. I am not gonna lie to you. I am not excited about the future of this game, and that's that. If I'm shown to be wrong, and if they have some cool content on the way, or if they have something that is really actually showing me that, you know what, good times are ahead, there's not going to be a single content creator or a single viewer that is going to be happier than me. You know why? Because this game doing well is what pays my bills, and if this game brings good content, I'm doing better. I'm getting more views. No, I'm not botting views like a lot of people do. I'm not botting subs like a lot of people do. And guess what? Even when it comes to botting and view botting and all that shit, everybody knows everything, bro, but they don't give a fuck. They're not gonna ever do anything, you know? So it is what it is. I believe in a man doing what he has to do in a honorable way. If you're botting views, if you're botting subs, you do you. I believe, once again, that what goes around comes around. You know, later or sooner. I would never do that. I never want to do that, and so on. So depending on how and what happens in the future, we'll have to wait and see, and go from there. It's not a long wait. I apologize that I can't really listen. We have a plan, essentially, right? And we have to stick to it. There were some talks about making some decisions a little bit early, and we talked about it. I asked everybody to essentially give it a few days, because it's smarter. Okay, you shouldn't ever rush anything, and essentially everybody was on board, and just give it a few days and you'll know everything very soon, you know. Thornton is a YouTuber covering leaks about the game. There are a few places to get them, but I won't get into that. The devs say there will be an update today. Nobody ever said specific dates. They said mid-October and every Tuesday. Floors, if you maybe you're new, every Tuesday is an update day in Helldivers 2. So this is the day in approximately hour and a half when we get either the update itself, the patch, some kind of news update, new info. Everything happens on Tuesdays in hour and a half, exactly the same time every week. Unless it's defusing a bomb with 5 seconds on the timer, then you can rush a bit. If you want leaks, join the Helldivers 2 Leaks Discord. Do not watch Thornton. If next week, then if not next week, that they weren't truthful, and it is mid-October. True, it is mid-October. This is gonna be the longest, I believe, we haven't had a war bond either, isn't it? And like, if you look at the numbers, bro, listen, this is gonna drop below 10,000, and you know what's gonna happen? Even when the war bond drops, it's going to be ass cheeks, and I'm gonna say that it's possibly will be after listening to this. Let's go ahead and listen to this real quick, okay? And let's see what happens. Okay.
Thank you for your donation.
Yo, Shane, thank you for the dono,
Hi, Pip,
man.
how you doing? Mike is a little quiet.
My mic is quiet? No, it shouldn't be quiet. Is my mic quiet, chat? Or was the music high? It's showing me that the mic is good. Let me hear that. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, that seems good, bro. It's on your part, Shane. Okay, so we're gonna listen to this, guys. Any warnings you want to throw my way? Am I gonna be cooked? Am I gonna be pissed? What's gonna happen after I watch this? So we're gonna watch this interview. We're gonna give it our honest thoughts, see how this goes, and we're gonna go from there. Okay, I'm gonna move the camera if it gets in the way here. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this is a good, positive interview. I've watched parts of it, not fully, and from what I understand, the second half is where it gets interesting, right? So let's go ahead.
I don't know why we do that.
Yeah, I think that was actually pretty impressive. So, Mika, here it is. You're sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Finally, thank you so much. I know you're a busy, busy man. We should probably start with the big elephant in the room, which is, I'm sure you've seen it, the ongoing topic of performance. What's your opinion? Can you give some insights? What are the gang
Let's do it like
doing?
this.
Tell everything.
Okay. Nice talking to you, Sean, and nice having Zelda here with us as well. So on performance, there's actually, I would say, many things that are not working right now. Performance being one. We could talk about performance being, as in like the frames per second on the different consoles that where you can play Helldivers. And but then there's also crash rates. So, we have various bugs causing crashes in the game.
Yeah.
And then we just have the overall bugs that can cause like, yankiness that you can feel when playing the game. And we could also talk about just the sort of the tightness and the balance of the various enemies and the loadout and so forth. And all of this is probably what players, many of these different things at least are what players are talking about when they're talking about just the game overall performance.
Yeah, true.
And what I can say is that after the last big update into the Unjust, we experienced more issues than what we were comfortable with. And the players felt it, we felt it.
Okay, the question here is this. Right? Like the players felt it, we felt it, all that kind of stuff. That's pretty cool. By the way, this guy was the guy that I was always talking about when I was in Sweden. I had the, honor to talk with this dude. I had the pleasure to talk with him in Sweden. Like me, Clay, and Thick talked for like, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes with him. Pretty chill dude. And he was like really excited about some of the ideas that we were pitching. So I always had really like high hopes for him. You know what I mean? Because he kind of understood what we were talking about when it came to the difficulty side of the game, and that we wanted the game to be difficult, but in a meaningful way and so on. He was getting very excited about it. I even gave him an example of, how Destiny 2 did their day one raids, like once a year when they were dropping a new raid and so on. And, now they're doing dungeons as well and whatnot. But you guys get the point. And he was very excited to hear all of that, right?
And I would say that the feedback that we've gotten has been very justified. What I can say is that we're taking this very seriously, and we are focusing way more now on addressing these issues to make sure that this sort of thing doesn't happen again. And we have made the decision to push some of our content and feature updates a little bit into the future while we're addressing these things to make sure that we can get to a much more stable state.
Here's my thing, and this is where I think that a lot of these studios mess up. It's communication, okay? I want to know when this is all happening. I want to know what you're fixing. I want to know how it's going to be going. And I don't mind human to human, just normal talks where they go, we're thinking to push, for example, the war bond back by anywhere from 2 weeks to a month. I don't want an exact date in an hour. Just communicate with your community. Tell them straight up, this is happening here, this is happening there, and this is going to happen this time and this time. I think that would always help. You know what I mean? But we'll see what he says later.
That we can believe in. And then also we want to make sure that we actually do update the game in ways that will make the game more stable, in ways that are noticeable for players with every new update that we do. Some of these things we can address fairly quickly, especially with some of the bugs that players are rightfully complaining about. Other things are more tricky. For example, improving the FPS on the various consoles. Just that type of performance.
I don't think I haven't seen many console players complain about FPS. I'm playing on consoles and my FPS is fine. Like, I understand it's a console. It's fine. It runs way better than some of the 5090 PCs I see. I'm not even gonna lie. Does it look visually as good? No. But, you know, I haven't had terrible issues on console. You know what I mean? FPS on bots is crap for me. No, I get what you're saying. I'm not saying that the console is a great experience, right? But I'm saying PC is the main issue. Does that make sense? I hope it does. If not, let me know.
More tricky. We have our top brains thinking about this, not me, but other people. And we'll see. But we are already making really big improvements, and I'm confident that we will get there, and we will be able to talk more in detail about this, hopefully quite soon.
Well, I think that's going to be music to people's...
Once again, chat. I understand what you're saying, and I agree about the console thing. What I'm saying is I haven't gotten as much feedback from the console players as I do from PC players when it comes to crashes, FPS, and so on. Okay?
Ears. We've scratched the surface on that topic, but I'd like to understand, when you look out over the roadmap, as you said, what are some of the things that you're excited for players to see or might want players to be looking forward to?
I'm excited about everything that we're doing, and we have very good plans for the future.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle to talk too much in detail about exactly what we're planning, because that's just not the type of game that we're doing. In our game, I like to think of the Helldivers universe as an actual living universe, in large part shaped by the decisions of the players. That is the sort of universe that we're imagining. And in this kind of universe, it makes sense that you don't know everything about what the enemies are plotting. Sometimes things can sort of surprise you. So like with Omens of Tyranny, for example, when the Illuminates attacked, they did like a surprise attack. And we didn't foreshadow it beforehand, even though, of course, many players were speculating about it, and there were players catching all kinds of weird aerial phenomena, and I was speculating that this was actually the Illuminates. So there was a lot of speculation, but of course we never said like, hey, on this date the Illuminates will attack, because that would have spoiled it a little bit, and we don't want to spoil those kind of surprises. That's not the only way we want to tell the story, of course. We don't always want to tell the story in that.
The problem with this is this, right? Like, what he's saying is cool. Like, I understand the idea of it, like it being a living organism that is driven by the player base. But the problem with it is it's not true. What up, Kai? It's not true. Like, it's genuinely not true. What would be true is it's like 50-50, right? Like, sometimes it's driven by the community, and sometimes it's not. So to straight up say Helldivers 2 is this, different game that it only happens like this, I think what would be really cool is for them to have the ability to adapt to certain situations and understand, what's up, Kyle, that not always is it the good thing to do to die on that hill that he's saying. So when the game is in a spot where it's at, right? Currently, you say, okay, let's put that side to the side a little bit. Let's communicate better and let them know what's going on. When the game is doing good and everybody's excited, yeah, do your thing. but there are times when you have to approach things differently depending on the environment your product is in. So if the overall consensus around your product is that, you know what, you're kind of cooked, you should be acting like it and trying to communicate to get the community's trust better. If it's not that way, then sure. You know what I mean?
Way. But we can't, and I can't talk too much about exactly what's gonna, what's coming down the line. But we do have many things lined up. And
okay, let's be honest here. And I'm gonna straight up be honest here. Is whatever is coming next going to be bigger than what they did with the Hive Lords and what they did with the Dragons? I would say no. The probability of it being bigger in terms of scale compared to the Hive Lords is pretty low. I think that was like peak. I don't think it's going to get bigger than that anytime soon. Probably until we get the whole cyber stand, whatever, completely new factions in the game. And, you know, the Illuminate has completely already been leaked and the gameplay's all over the place so people can see. Yeah, and the caves. Yeah, the caves, the Hive Lords, the Dragon, the Rupture Strain. And we're going to talk about that later, probably maybe in a different video as well. But like taking out new content like that and making it irrelevant within 2 weeks of its existence is absolutely insane to me. You know?
We have a plan for, way into the future.
I'm expecting cheaters on day one in our creators. Brother, you have cheaters in Helldivers from minute 1. That happens in every game.
That I'm very excited about.
So that's the future, but I want to take a second and look backwards. Obviously, you've been involved from day one. What's kind of changed a little bit now that we're day 600 plus? Can't imagine perhaps all of this was as expected.
No, it wasn't. I will just say quickly, I've not been involved from day one. Because if you really start in day one, that's like 8 years before Helldivers 2 launched. But I get what you mean. Day one from when we launched the game. It's been a journey. It's difficult to imagine for me that we're like 600 days into this game now, which is absolute insanity. But I feels like longer and shorter at the same time, and I hope we can continue for way longer.
What's up, Texas?
There's been a lot of things that have changed in the game. So we expanded the game in many different ways. So players who've stuck with us from the beginning know that we have. Now we can fight, for example, in urban environments. So we have the Super Earth colonies and we have the Super Earth cities. We have a new faction, the Illuminates. We have many new kinds of enemies and missions and so forth. And this has been revealed and added to the game, as the sort of story has progressed. And one thing that I really appreciated with our game, one thing that I do really appreciate with our game is that we lean a lot into what we like to call good FOMO, which is this, when we say good FOMO, what we mean is that we do want to have FOMO in the game, but not the kind of bad FOMO that we don't like as players, but rather the good FOMO that is you get to take part in and shape this pivotal moment in the Helldivers universe. So, for example, Malevolent Creek was one of those moments that the players created, which is awesome. And then we have stuff like the Battle for Super Earth that is, players got to take part in defending Super Earth, and they actually managed to defend Super Earth, which is super cool. And you live through that, you get to experience it, you get to have an impact on it. And then this event, is over, and you got to be part of that. And if you join the game now, you will not be able to.
Okay, so that is something. Yeah, it's just events. So what he's essentially saying is this, right? What he's saying is we're gonna do, and this is what I've talked about. Like it's the same thing about what I mentioned about Hive Lords and caves and whatnot, right? So my question is this: like, do you think people enjoy that kind of thing? That where for example, a new content drops, right? Something new, caves in this case, whatever, Hive Lords, whatever. And then you steer the MO completely in a different direction where the new content that is supposed to be exciting and supposed to be played is no longer relevant. And essentially you're steering the whole community to a different place with the MOs. in my opinion, what should be happening is when they're dropping this kind of new content, they should have at least 3-week kind of plan.
Welcome to the crazy
Yo, Kai,
family.
thank you so much for the membership. I appreciate the love, man. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. Helps a lot, means a lot, man. Thank you. And as I was saying, I would hope they have a plan for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you know, maybe more, that will revolve around that new content that they're adding, that they're giving us. Because what's the point of something happening if we're not going to be playing it within a few days? And that something is something that we've been waiting for months. Pips, will you leave the content creator program? We're going to need a few more days. And there's a lot of talks between content creators and an ongoing conversation with the content creator program itself. So you're going to know everything within a few days. Everything will be clear. Maybe today, tomorrow, you know, and you'll see.
To participate in those events again, because they've already happened, right? They now live in the memory of the people who got to live through that together with the community, and I love that. That's one of the things that makes me most excited about Helldivers is like this aspect of the game. And for new players, what I would want them to look forward to and for them to help to be part of is the new pivotal moments that will happen. You know, some of which will be initiated by us as the storyteller. So we have our game master that initiates this and that plays with the community, and some of which will be initiated by and shaped by players. You know, and we have this back and forth sort of relationship. I'll throw in that one of our biggest inspirations for Helldivers
here we go.
Are rather tabletop role-playing games. So with tabletop role-playing games, you have a game master and you have this sort of story that you're telling, and you have an idea of where you're going. You might even have a book and so forth. Many game masters do this differently. So you have this, and then you have players, and you take them with you on this journey. But you ask the players, you know, what do you do?
Before we go on, even if Buzz is allowed back into the program, something like this will eventually happen again. This is one time when it comes to the Buzz situation that all I'm going to say is just trust me on this, okay? Have I ever let you down? Have I ever been dishonest about anything? You guys know me, and you guys know when it's the moment of truth and I need to make the right decision, I'm always going to make the right decision. You don't have to worry about that at all. Like 0%. I promise you, whatever decision will be made, it will be 100% built on honor and loyalty. And that's about it. That's what matters. Don't even bother worrying about it. Give it 1 or 2 or 3 more days, and depending on how they act, then we will react. That's the truth, okay? Don't worry about anything. Everything's going to be absolutely fine, you know?
And then you often have a die that you roll, and is to see if you sort of succeed or not with what you're trying to do. And the action of the players shape the outcome of the story, and sometimes it can really veer off into super unpredictable, in unpredictable directions. For anyone who hasn't played one of these tabletop role-playing games, that is the addictive thing when doing that. And that's what we want to do, and what we're trying our best to do and develop further with Helldivers. I don't know, I'm just excited about this. So I hope that for new players, I forgot what you asked actually, but for new players, what I'm most excited about is for all of these new players to be able to take part in these new pivotal moments and help shape the game. And I'm looking forward to us being able to expand on this type of functionality and give players even more agency in various ways to have an even bigger impact on the outcomes of these stories that we tell.
Well, that's a really good point. That leads right into the next question. PlayStation continues, PC continues, now Xbox players are joining the fray. Yeah. It's truly become amazing how many different players are part of the world now.
Yeah.
When you think of those new players coming in, what is perhaps the advice for those new players, and what do you think that experience is?
I think I'm going to skip a little bit, okay? Okay, Warbond of Design Philosophy. I'm going to go straight to this. Is that okay with you guys? Right? I think that this is the part I haven't listened to. Like, this is boring. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna skip here. Okay, let's go from here.
So when we do war bonds, for example,
This is where it gets
what
interesting.
we try to do
I
with war
haven't seen
bonds.
this.
Okay, I'm throwing in many things here now, but what we try to do with war bonds is we try to
Not all of it.
sell a fantasy. You know, you get to feel like this, you know, type of person when you.
I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna stop it right there. I understand the. I just want to like pre-build my notion about this. I don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna crash out. I'm gonna try. I understand the whole role play idea. I get it. It's cool. That's where he's gonna take it. I already know this. I've heard this conversation 50 times, right? And for the rest, I hope for the best.
When you play, right? It's not a. We're not thinking about like a power fantasy or like, oh, this weapon will be much better than every weapon that you tested before. That's not the primary thing that we think about. First, we start with thinking about like a power fantasy or like, oh, this weapon will be much better than every weapon that you tested before. That's not the primary thing that we think about. First, we start with what's the fantasy? You know, what sort of movie trope are we trying to sell? Much better than every weapon that you tested before. That's not the primary thing that we think about. Much better than every weapon that you tested before. That's not the person when you play, right? It's not a. We're not thinking about like a power fantasy or like, oh, this weapon will be much better than every weapon that you tested before. That's not the primary thing that we think about. First, we start with what's the fantasy, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, you got your answer to everything right there. In that one sentence. You got your answer right there. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to leave you with this interview from here, and I'll come back. I need to run to the toilet. I'm about to shit myself.
Now,
so
Xbox players are joining the fray. Yeah. It's truly become amazing how many different players are part of the world now.
Yeah.
When you think of those new players coming in, what is perhaps the advice for those new players? And, you know, what do you think that experience is coming in today versus the players that joined on day one?
You know, for the players that joined day one, they all got to sort of learn about this universe and learn about the game and how you play the game. And with Xbox, we now had a bunch of new players, you know, that previously might not have been able to play Helldivers come in. And, you know, what we hoped would happen and what we saw happen a lot, which I'm very happy with and proud of to some extent, is that our more veteran players helped these players. And, you know, they played missions with them, and they gave them various kinds of equipment, and they say, hey, here's how you use this, and this is what you're supposed to do, and so forth. And they just try to get them into this game and get them to understand how to play Helldivers. That's the sort of spirit that we're after. We love to see it. I love to see it. Like the camaraderie of Helldivers and doing things together. The whole send dudes meme as well. You know, this is what we like to lean into. And it is very fun to work on a game where the community gets to work, like to solve problems and complete these orders together and strategize together. I think that's one of the best things. So I hope for Xbox players, I hope that you had a good onboarding and good interactions with our existing player base.
And that's actually super interesting, because a question that keeps coming up is, when you're playing, what's your play style? What are you doing? How do you like to get involved?
Yeah. So if we ask our players, hey, how do you like to play? What makes you excited? What makes you tick? Like, what sort of goals do you have? What do you think is missing from the game? And you know, what do you think we do well? What do you think we do poorly, and so forth? Players tend to give very different answers because, of course, players have different needs and they play for different reasons. So I'm also part of one of these player profiles, you could say, like types of players. So we have, you know, people have seen Niklas and Lennart on video talking about balance updates, for example. They're part of the crew, even they're not this simple, of course, but that they're part of the crew that are very interested in, you know, the technical aspects and like specifics, and that's great because they can make sure that the players who care about this a lot, they get what they need. That's perfect. But for me, I am more of the type of person that basically living through different sorts of fantasies. That's what makes me tick. So when we do war bonds, for example, what we try to do with war bonds, okay, I'm throwing in many things here now, but what we try to do with war bonds is we try to sell a fantasy. You know, you get to feel like this, you know, type of person when you play, right? It's not a we're not thinking about like a power fantasy or like, oh, this weapon will be much better than every weapon that you tested before. That's not the primary thing that we think about. First, we start with what's the fantasy. You know, what sort of movie trope are we trying to sell, for example, or other type of trope are we selling? And I really enjoy that. So I like to play in many different kind of ways, like playing stealthy ways, playing, you know, more berserker brute ways. That's what makes me tick. And I also really enjoy helping put together these like pivotal moments where everything is just work together as like a crescendo in an orchestra. Where you have enemies of different kinds and missions and environments and war bonds and all this like work together to set the stage pretty much for players to just act things out. That's what really makes me tick, and this is what I'm super passionate about. And then the best part of it, of course, as I already said, is you set the stage and then players act it out, and then they do something completely unpredictable that just that shocks me and everyone who's doing this, and that's the best feeling.
Oh my God, bro.
What I think a question that comes up is when you
let's go back
over the game up to this point.
Yeah.
What are some of the biggest memories?
I literally had to
when you play, right? It's not a we're not thinking about like a power fantasy or like, oh, this weapon will be much better than every weapon that you tested before.
Okay.
That's not the primary.
Okay. Let me tell you what the problem here is. Oh Lord, the interview is up. Pips, where are you? You're missing so much valuable info. How you doing, Cloud? Good to see you. Did you wash your hands? No. Listen. First of all, I want to make it very clear. I destroyed the toilet. It's non-existent anymore, and literally nobody is entering that space for the next 3 months. Okay? It's not happening. Now, let's get back to the interview. I'll probably have to change apartments. The problem with what he's saying is this. He is neglecting a big part of the community by saying it. And the way he's saying it too, like what you can do is like, we always want to have the balance. Maybe one war bond will do for the weapons, one war bond will do for this. You can't just like, it doesn't, because it kills the excitement of a lot of players. Like when the game director is coming out and saying, we don't think about power fantasy in an alien slaying, horde shooting game, why would I be excited? Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Right? Like, if I'm trying to be excited for the future of the game, one of the most interesting parts about the game is the war bond. War bonds are literally what happen every month, right? That's what keeps us excited. That's what keeps us going, right? It's like, oh, what's going to be in the next war bond? Is it going to be fun? Is it going to be interesting? Is it going to be like strong? Is it going to be useful? Is it going to be garbage, right? And like, when the game director says something like, we're not thinking about the power fantasy of the weapons, we don't care about that. All we care about is how we role play and just democracy is in twabble. It's just not the right move. And the reason I can say that without any issues is like, if this game director, right, was my own brother, I'd be calling him up and I'm like, bro, like, why are you making that mistake? Like, why would you even say that? Even if from the marketing perspective, even if you think that for real, you shouldn't say that. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? It's a mistake. One of the selling points of the game are being able to superpowered primaries. Yeah, what's up, Neon? Good to see you in chat, by the way. Hope all is good. Hard to roleplay when your character is getting killed unfairly all the time. I don't think they care. I don't think they care about that part of the community. I genuinely do not think they care. I think that like this is one of those situations where they care about their outlook on the game, and that's the only truth, and they're willing to die on that hill, and that's about that. And if you don't like it, go fucking play another game. That's their approach. Does that make sense? Because what are you saying? Fighting giant bugs, humanoid squids, and space robots is highly realistic, and Helldivers are cannon fodder, and fog is great? My issue is when we spoke to him in Sweden, he has such an intellectual mind. This video gave nothing and showed. That's what I said. I've always said about the game director that he was the most interesting person I talked to when I was in Sweden when it comes to the game development and how he understood the game and everything. And once again, I had the pleasure to talk with him for a very, very long time. And it was an incredible conversation. I am very surprised that his approach is we don't care about the power fantasy of the game. And I am very surprised that they didn't see that saying this. That's the bigger problem. Like what I'm trying to explain here, let me word it correctly. The problem, the fact that he said that, okay. But the fact that he said that and they think it's okay and they're surprised that people are going to dislike it, that's the real problem. Because if you go deeper into it, you got to figure out what's going on, right? And that's what it is. Like, it is surprising to me that they did not expect for people to react the way they did. Yo, Freya! What up, Freya? Good to see you in chat. Thank you for hopping in. Stroich, hello. Good to see you. Kratos. Zara says Helldivers are not clones. I think he's a good dreamer, but not a developer. I think he is a great developer. Dude, I've talked to him personally. He has a great mind. That's the truth. He really thinks well. But like, I think there's just some things that they're doing wrong. And I think that they're a little bit, I wish they would just look at it from our perspective, man. It's just one of those things where they're completely neglecting one thing. This is not going to make it better. I don't understand. Like, even from a product and consumer idea, this is not going to make sense because you want different kinds of people to like your product. So why alienate one part of the community? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why go out on that and just die on the hill of we don't care about power fantasy? We don't think about it. I genuinely do not understand. Genuinely. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing, Sad? Odo, collab needs to happen. The Yang of Zen and Chaos would be something to behold. Me and Odo are more similar than you think if you're talking about us, by the way. Like, I agree with 99% of what Odo says. I actually think Odo's a very chill guy. I've made that loud and clear for a very long time. We can't blame the video for his answers. Still, his words he spat out. I'm not blaming anybody for anything. I'm stating my opinion. And it just, as somebody who has worked in sales and marketing, I do not understand why this would be the approach. Why alienate one side by saying this? There's only a few versions there. A, he does not know what's really going on in the community because he is kept away from the community notion. Or B, he just doesn't give a shit. And I don't think it's the fact that he doesn't give a shit. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to get to the point where it's not going to be 15,000 players. It's going to be below 10. And that's going to happen in the next few months. It will happen. It is inevitable. Because every time, if you follow the trend, a new update comes out, the drop-off is steeper and steeper and steeper. And the only reason you see this above 10K right now is because Xbox came in. If Xbox never came in, this would most likely be sitting at like 6,000 to 7,000 people. That's the truth, okay? That's what would happen. And hopefully they do understand this. But from the whole thing, I don't think they do. This is why I'm saying, like, I don't know if it is what it is. Whatever the game puts out, I will cover it to some extent. But yeah.
Thing that we think about. First, we start with what's the fantasy? You know, what sort of movie trope are we trying to sell, for example, or other type of trope are we selling? And I really enjoy that. So I like to play in many different kind of ways, like playing stealthy ways, playing, you know, more berserker brute ways.
I don't understand. What does that mean? There is no stealth. The devs themselves said there's no stealth. This game was not created in a stealthy way. What does that mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, how is it that they... I'm actually fucking stun locked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm stun locked. What does he mean? What does that mean? What does that sentence mean?
Different kind of ways, like playing stealthy ways, playing, you know, more berserker brute ways.
Nobody understands. Someone in Discord echo chamber said they want stealth and it echoed. Haven't seen this much. I don't care about the game since Bungie fumbled on Destiny. Very true. You remember? You guys remember I said I've done this for a while and this feels like it's going the way that Bungie took Destiny. You guys remember that? Unfortunately, I think I was right. I'm going to Super!
Another example of toxic positivity killing the game.
I'm on Super!
Thai community managers. Twinbeard, we miss you so much.
Twinbeard was a G. I absolutely love Mitchumus as well. You know, he's been a great dude. Yeah, I don't know if it's just that, though. Thank you so much for the 5, Reiko. I appreciate the dono. I really do. Helps a lot, means a lot, as I always like to say. And thank you once again for the love. But I don't think it's just that, man, Reiko. I don't think it's just that. It's I think it's more than that. And yeah, I'm very surprised. Like, what does he mean? There is no stealth. And like berserk, like, wouldn't that imply like berserk? Like, wouldn't that word on its own, doesn't it imply some kind of power fantasy, right? So then in the previous sentence, you're saying you don't care about the power, you don't think about the power fantasy of the weapons in the war bonds. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand it's melee, right? But that's the whole point, right? Stun Lance and Shield is solid, but you're forced to take Peak Physique, which is stupid. Just give us Transmog. Well, it's not even solid anymore, though. They took away the ability to stun chargers and stuff, and it was only really viable on bugs because you're not going to be meleeing automatons. I think they are just stubborn on the basis that they have a vision and they are not willing to steer from it, but it's not going to work in their favor. It's silly. Typical game developers. I mean, it's their decision, but we are going to see this game below 10,000 players. We are. It's going to happen. After listening to this interview, nothing will convince me otherwise. We are going to see that. You know what's going to happen? Probably in the next 2 months. It's going to happen. Unfortunately. Do I want to see that? No. Hell no. Do I hope I'm wrong? Hell yes. Do I think I will be wrong? No. I don't think so. I think it's going to happen very soon. You're right. I just do not understand why they're willing to die on this hill. Because it's something that I will also never understand probably. You know? Freya says, I don't know if you've seen my colored bolter yet in the Discord, but it's there whenever you're ready to look at after the interview. I've been working hard on it. I will definitely take a look. ADV with the 20.
Berserker Brute playstyle? Ah yes, in the game wearing 3-shot in less than a second, even wearing heavy armor with extra padding. Yeah sure man. That totally works.
Berserker Brute playstyle? Oh yes, in the game where I'm 3-shot in less than a second, even wearing heavy armor with extra padding. Yeah, sure, man. That totally works. Says ADV with a $20 donation. Thank you so much for the love. That's the point. Like, is this genuinely a disconnect? Is that what it is, guys? What the fuck is that dono sound? I don't know. Is this genuinely a disconnect? Is that what it is, chat? Is that what's going on? Because I'm trying to figure out what's causing all of this. Like, if the game director is saying, I like stealth, not in the game, and I like melee combat, non-existent, what is it? What is it? He probably plays in difficulty 1. Damn. I don't know. I don't know, man. For me, the scary part isn't that he's saying it. For me, the scary part is that they're saying it and then they don't expect that the reaction will be like, huh? Because they're posting it. You got to understand, since they're posting it, this means that most likely the idea is that, oh, this is a great video. Let's drop it. The response is going to be awesome, right? You got to think about that. That's how it works. Like when you are putting out something, that's how you go about it, right?
Like what that Dono sound is, but hear it again cause Pips is a real one. Who's also very handsome and has absurdly large biceps.
Yo, you tell him, ADV. Yo, ADV, you tell him, baby. Look, ADV, look. Here's a special little peek. Look. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whew. Thank you for the 20, man. Worth it. I appreciate the love, man. Thank you so much. That helps a lot, especially in this dead season when Helldivers videos are getting 27 views because nobody cares. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's disconnect. It's more ignore the issue and it will move on eventually. Problem is they have made so many comebacks that they think always. I don't think it is, bro. I genuinely don't think it is. I think like posting this kind of think about it. If you create something and you have a team, you never put out something that you think is gonna get shit on. That just doesn't happen in marketing. The marketing goal or whatever product you create is to package it in a way and put out so the response from the community is positive. And this is talked about before you put out shit. You think this video just went out? No, everybody saw it. They thought, oh, this is awesome, blah, blah. They put it out, which means that the response that they're expecting is very good. That's what I'm saying.
Welcome to the Crazy Fam.
Hey, thank you for the 2 months. Oh, ADW with the 50 with an insane dono train. Bloody bastard. That was a big PP dono. Let's go, ADV. ADV. Here's a 50 for the dead season. Says ADV with the 50. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you, brother, for the incredible support. The insane dono train. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.
That's what makes me tick, and I also really enjoy helping put together these like pivotal moments where everything is just work together as like a crescendo in an orchestra, where you have enemies of different kinds and missions.
ADV running a solo train on Pips, and I love it, man. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to super. Yo, wait, that's fucked up. Now I realize what you just said.
Look like the actor David Dast Malkia. Stay strong, King.
Harry, thank you for the 10. And he says it's slightly out of subject, but you kind of look like the actor David Distamach. David. I'm. Please don't piss me off right now, man. Please, David. Why, bro? I do not look like this guy, bro. You want to know who I look like? Let me show you who I look like. What's her name? Yeah. Chat, do I look like this guy? Chat, do I look like this guy? Do I look like him? Nah? Yes? But buff? Yeah, a bit? No? Never gets old? Well, it's what's up, Max? Twins? Yo, what up? What the fuck? I can see the resemblance. Okay, you all, dude? You all, dude? Okay. Wait. You guys just fucked up. Wait. Let me show you who I really look like, dude. You are gonna be like, Pip, grow your beard now, dude. Watch this, dude. Chat, do I not look like Wolverine? Chat, do I not look like Wolverine? Yo, Wolverine Pips confirmed. Should I grow the beard, chat? Pipverine? Yeah, looks like Thornton. The fuck is wrong with you, man? And you know what? Thornton had actually a pretty massive PP, huge ballsack response to Buzz's situation, right? Wolverine's sister, you're too small. I would slap the shit out of you, right? I'm too... What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, dude? Look! Are you kidding me? How am I... What are you talking about, bro? Tamu Wolverine. Bro, look at this. Look. How am I small? Morning, Pip. I'm 6'11". Yeah, you're 6'11", and my neighbor is Denzel Washington. He's about to walk in to grab some sugar. Shut the fuck up. $6'11". 6'11". You're very annoying. Hey, good to meet you too, Jerry. What a great guy. Let me... You have no chest here. Unfortunately, I have too much. I'm 10'12". Wait. Jokes aside, who said he was 6'11", bro? Cornolio. Of course it was Corn. Truth, young man. Actually, I'm 6'9". Now old age. Really? You're 6'9"? Damn. That's incredible, bro. Definitely, I'm like 6'2".
And environments and war bonds and all this like work together to set the stage pretty much for players to just act things out. That's what really makes me tick, and this is what I'm super passionate about. And then the best part of it, of course, as I already said, is you set the stage and then players act it out, and then they do something completely unpredictable that just that shocks me and everyone who's doing this, and that's the best feeling.
What I think a question that comes up is, when you look back over the game up to this point, what are some of the biggest memories, biggest moments that really stand out to you?
Okay, I think like that was the most important part of the interview for me personally. And I don't know, boys. As I said, we'll see where the game goes. I don't think that there's going to be... We'll see. Can they top the stuff that they've added to the game? Do we really think, and this is what I would love to hear in the comment section, is do we think they're going to top Illuminate Invasion? Do we think they're going to top the Hive Lords and whatever, we'll have to wait and see. I personally think that if the performance isn't fixed very, very fast and some content isn't adjusted and stuff like that, you know, it might get crazy over here. And I really hope I'm wrong on this one, man. I really do, because I do love the game. But yeah. I'm going to Super Earth!
Stop tensing so much on camera or you'll end up back on the toilet.
I was on the toilet like 4 times already, Harry, this morning. Okay? Thank you so much for the 5 and keeping the donut train alive. I appreciate you. I believe after the next update, 90% of people can't even log in to the game. Let's hope that is not the case. I wish the game the very, very best. And let's see where we go. Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section. And let's have a civil, constructive conversation. Okay? There is one video that I really want to watch. I don't know if you guys have seen this. My boy Thick sent this to me. And this is a very cool video I want to watch with you guys. If you haven't seen this, I think you guys are gonna love this actually. This was a very, very good watch. Okay. So, okay, let's take a look at this one. This is a very cool video. Helldivers 2 has a big problem from Necrotech. Make sure to check his channel out. Drop a like, a sub, show him some love. Very interesting video, very good watch. So let's take a look at this and see what we agree with, what we disagree with. And yeah, let's enjoy it. Let's see how this goes.
Helldivers 2. It's good. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I mean,
True.
yeah.
Let me do the honors.
Watch out for those landmines.
Nice.
Do a salute, it goes up faster.
Dude, that's like my
I'm gonna download
in the
all
morning.
like,
Oh. As someone who played Helldivers 2 when it first came out and subsequently forgot about it, I found
It was absolutely peak when it first came out. Absolutely peak.
myself taking a pilgrimage back to Super Earth to check out all the cool new stuff that's been added.
Oh, I can. This is what you were talking about, Will. You can dig.
Do you find a shovel?
Yeah, I'm playing Minecraft over here.
But even with all the fun I've been having, rediscovering this game and unlocking new toys to blow stuff up with, there's one issue that's slowly been driving me
Well, there's many
insane.
issues, but let's see what he
And
has
that's
to say.
the audio.
What are you talking about? Helldivers 2 doesn't have bad audio. It
This is the Glazed Divers, bro. This is the Glazed Divers speaking right here.
sounds great.
And you know what? In many ways, yeah, absolutely. The guns sound punchy, the music is orchestrated beautifully.
Chad, is he gonna say exactly, like literally, is he gonna say what we've been saying for such a long time? Are people waking up to it now? Is that what's happening? Are they waking up to it?
And the game really sucks you in with all of its sci-fi. But let me ask you a question. What's this sound? You'd probably say, oh, it's one of the bugs, but yeah, like, which bug is it though? Is it this guy? Or how about this one? Perhaps this dude? Well, it's none of them, it's this guy. And sure, maybe some of you already knew that. I mean, if you've played the game
Guys, did you know? Guys, did you know that sound?
long enough, you've probably memorized some of the sounds. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't him. It was actually this guy. But they all sound the fucking same, so you didn't even realize that I just lied again. It's this guy.
It was a hunter, yeah.
See, good audio design in a game is important for 2 reasons. The first is the more obvious part, and that's atmosphere. You want your sounds to make your players feel...
This is very true. Sound makes a game extremely more immersive if it's done correct. A great example of that is Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders sound design is on such a different level that when you're playing, you're like in the game. You know what I mean? Like you're in it. And that's going to be very interesting to experience here very soon. But the point he's making is very valid. And I've been talking about the sound design in this game being absolute ass cheeks when it comes to enemies. since probably week 2 or week 3 of the game.
Like they're there. This makes it more fun and visceral. This could be the sound of a shotgun and that iconic ch-ch, or maybe the roar of an airstrike overhead. Helldivers does a pretty good job at this part, debatably better than most other games. But the second part is using sound as information for the player. A classic example of this would be a low health or shield indicator. This gameplay-centric use of sound is where Helldivers starts to run into problems, and more specifically, when it comes to these guys.
Yeah, as I said,
see, Helldivers
enemies are the problem. Enemy audio in this game is atrocious. It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm sorry. It's the worst I've ever seen. One of the worst. I'm gonna take that back a little bit. Top 3 worst I've ever played in a video game, hands down.
This is a game about threat assessment. Every mission boils down to shoot this, bomb that, die, respawn, repeat. A simple concept, but there's real skill in knowing what to kill and win, horde management, and prioritizing threats. But I can't really prioritize when I can't hear anything over the noise. Chargers sneak up on me. Hulks sneak up on me. F***ing Bile Titans sneak up on me. It's all just a wall of indistinguishable noise.
Yeah.
You could probably play this game deaf to hardly any disadvantage. No, seriously, try it. But I can already imagine the fervent divers in my comments.
Come on, man. Look how many enemies there are. Of course it's going to be chaotic. There's no way to mix that.
Stop. This is exactly the type of game that would benefit from clear audio cues.
Yes, he's absolutely right. We've been talking about this for years at this point, for over a year. The problem is this. I've come to the conclusion that they are not doing it on purpose. There, I said it. I think that what they're doing is they want the Helldivers to feel like you're this character that is very easy to take out. Give me 1 second. They want you to be like this character that can die at any moment. And how do you do that, right? They want it to be out of nowhere. And I think that's why the sound design is the way it is. And it goes even further than that. It's not just the sound design, it's the enemy design in general. Like, they try to not give you sound cues and visual cues from most of the enemies, so you just die. And the more they think you will die out of nowhere, the cooler it is. I think that's how they look at it, and that's why it's done the way it is done, right? That's all it is, really. I don't think it's deeper than that.
And it's absolutely possible to do this, even with these massive hordes. I know, because there's already another game that's nailed it.
That wrecked ship? You can sneak through this hidden entrance to trigger a combat dungeon. Most players never know.
It is the 41st millennium.
Bullshit.
What the fuck? Darktide. It's like one of 3 decent Warhammer games, and its audio... Now, it goes without saying, the music absolutely slaps, and the weapons have some real balls to them. But you're not here for that, so let's talk audio cues. First off, what's a cue? Think of a signal, something that conveys information for someone or something so they know how to respond. Like that shield indicator. Beep, beep, beep. This is what you need to make manageable horde audio. With a million guys in your game, maybe on screen, maybe not, you need to be able to hear when the scary ones are gonna get you. You need good cues. Helldivers 2 does not have...
Shout out to this guy. I've been talking about this as well for like, it's such a big issue, and it just hurts the immersiveness and everything. Like, it's fun maybe in the first week when you keep dying to random shit. But, you know, later on, it just gets annoying, man. You know, it just gets frustrating.
Good cues. Hey, that rhymes. Darktide, like Helldivers, is a horde shooter, but it takes place mostly indoors and instead has a combat focus on melee. So things really start to feel both claustrophobic and that there's something constantly about to rip your fucking throat out. So it's very important to be able to hear when that's actually going to happen.
Yeah.
Take for example the mutant. This guy is your standard big dude who can run up and disable you. He does this by smashing and throwing you around. When he spawns in, you can hear it.
Yeah, you heard that. Okay.
When he charges you, you can hear it.
Yeah.
When he's turning your friend into a messy stain on the ground, you can hear that shit.
Yeah.
But compare that to, say, the charger.
Oh god, no. Oh god.
The mutant has clear audio cues that lets everyone be aware of him long before he's on top of you.
Yes, sir.
The charger is almost always lost in the sea of sounds in Helldivers. And the mutant is not unique. The Poxhound also utilizes these clear contextual audio cues. When it first spawns in, you can hear it off in the distance, a cage opening and howling. When it gets closer, barking.
I mean, listen, whether you love the game, hate the game, this is just facts, dude. Like, sound design makes a game so much more interesting, and it creates a skill gap, dude. Like, good sound design isn't there to hurt the game. It's actually to benefit the game. It's actually for the ability there to give the player the opportunity to get better and avoid unfair attacks, you know?
And then right before it pounces on you, a loud snarl.
Thank you so much for the donation,
Overseer
Shane.
Grenade got the queue recently and I love it.
Thank you so much. Takibo! You know what game has really good sound design? Oh, what game is it, Takibo? I don't know. Is it by any chance El Uno? Dominación Arcraidero? We're gonna be playing that soon.
This is in conjunction with really good 3D audio, so at any time you know exactly where an enemy is coming from before you even see it. There's a lot going on with Darktide's audio to really make these cues work, and I've sorted them into 3 separate pillars that all come together to make the foundation for really effective sound design. Each of these pillars also represents something Helldivers could massively improve on. So let's start with pillar 1. The first pillar is the most straightforward one. Loudness. Even cool sounds don't matter if you can't hear them. I mean, seriously, even though there's all of these guys and the constant shooting of guns and grunting and swinging, Darktide always makes sure that the important enemy audio cues are loud enough you don't miss them.
Trapper, behind you.
Yeah, you see how every time they know what enemy's coming in, you understand that. That's so cool, dude. That adds so much life to a video game, bro.
Poxburster! This is Helldiver's biggest audio problem. You literally can't hear shit over the chaos, and I made the joke at the beginning about this, but I'm not alone here. Many of Helldivers fans have pointed this out online. I mean, it's such a widely accepted issue in the community that there's actually a pretty popular mod that fixes this. And all that the mod does is rebalance the volume, and it makes a huge difference.
I mean, shouldn't this tell you everything you need to know? When there is a mod and people, right, like unique downloads, 52,000. Total downloads, 156,000 people have downloaded it, bro. Like, seriously, bro. Like, think about that. That's crazy. Like, when there's a mod that is so popular, that should really tell you a lot. 350,000 views. It's crazy, dude. There's no sound there.
This is simple, and
listen to that. Why is he so quiet, bro? Is he some kind of trained assassin? Right? Did he train with Batman, bro? Like, is that what it is? Then we need to know that, okay? Who did he train with? Is his dad Batman, bro? Holy, dude, like, 0 sense.
This is simple and 100% should be something that Arrowhead, Helldiver's developer, implements tomorrow. Just make the audio cues louder. Pillar 2 is unique sound choice.
Yeah, and listen. Here's a question that I have actually that just hit me. You know how it's like, it's been like 15 years since they've talked about like the footsteps on the Chargers. How is it that some dude makes these changes and like it's out there and anybody can install it, right, on PC? Well, unfortunately, I don't think you can do it on console, but how is it that they managed to do it, but Arrowhead can't? Is that not a fair question to ask? Why are they not doing it?
I think it's important to point out here that Helldivers wants cohesive sound design for its factions, and sometimes this works, and there are some really cool sounds, like how the Factory Striders play the same scary, crazy robot Nazi death march as the regular Clankers, but in such a larger and louder way.
You see like the enhanced audio, he said, right? And like how it sounds like louder. I don't know if this is enhanced or not, but I think it is, by the way. But overall, how it sounds is like more immersive because it gives you like that fear factor also. Like, oh my God, what is that sound? Instead of like the Factory Striders like, then it's like, what is this?
But when you start to look at Helldivers audio overall, so many of the enemy sounds just start to blend together into a meaningless mush. I mean, seriously, go through the automaton sounds and see how similar all of them are to each other.
Similar.
But Darktide has seriously figured this shit out. To prove it, I'm gonna play a sound. And without showing you anything, I want you to tell me what type of enemy this is.
Still trying to go live on one platform at a time?
That was actually great.
You're
timing.
repeating yourself, losing your energy, and forcing your audience to find you.
That's such a clear sound, even though I don't
If you
play
thought
Darktide.
ticking bomb explosive guy, ding 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 ding, correct. Even if you've never seen this guy, the Poxburster, that accelerating tick tells you exactly what's coming. It's such a clear and effective cue.
Yeah. I see what.
Or
he's
how
saying.
about this one? That ignition click.
That's like a fire
fucking
thing.
genius.
Yeah.
A flamer. They took a sound we all recognize,
That's
a gas
incredible.
stove lighting, and turned it into an enemy audio cue.
That's incredible. That's
It's not just
actually so
memorable, it clearly communicates the enemy's weapon of choice before you ever see them. Now when it comes to Helldivers, I would add new audio cues on top of what's already there. The robots have cool voice lines, but they're all in that same glitchy range. What if different units had other distinct sounds prioritized in the mix? Louder stomping, pistons chugging, engines roaring, high-pitched binary screeches. The chainsaw revs is an example of a sound that already works well. For the bugs, give them clearer organic cues, pulsating from the spitters, louder chittering from the hunters. Hell,
As
make
I said,
them rattle
they
like
don't do it on purpose, bro. I truly believe that they don't do it on purpose. It's a decision. It's not a mistake.
a rattlesnake. There's so much potential here. Chirps, buzzing, clicking, anything other than the same roars and screeches that all sound the same. And for the Illuminate, I don't know, maybe give these guys an actual sound so I'm not constantly getting snuck up on by 5,000 zombies.
Exactly.
Now the final...
So if it was only one faction, you'd be like, okay. But when it's two factions, you're like, and then it's three factions of the same shit. And you're like, wait a minute, this is a decision. This is a design decision made specifically for you to die easier out of nowhere so that it kind of works into that fantasy that they have of the game, which is you're just, you know, this Helldiver that is supposed to be dying all the time. That's genuinely what it is. If I'm being honest with you, I don't see any other way looking at it, bro. I really don't. I don't know. Like, let me know what you guys think.
pillar is pitch. For those of you not familiar, pitch is how fast or slow a sound wave is moving. Fast moving makes high pitch, slow moving makes low pitch. When creating sounds that are supposed to work together and be heard in tandem,
I don't think they're incompetent when it comes to that. I truly believe it's a decision. I really do. And that's worse, actually. That's worse than being incompetent. If they were incompetent, it would be easier to say they're just incompetent and whatever. This personally, I think, is a decision. Yo, what up, Ono? Near the start of the stream to hear what you have to say. Hope you and yours are good. We're doing good. Thank you for asking.
everything cannot live in the same pitch range. It'll get muddy. You need stuff up here, down here, and in the middle. Spreading out your sound
for the
cues throughout the
gifted.
frequency
Oh, no.
range is how you can
Appreciate you.
effectively play more sounds at once without doing, well,
Thank you so much.
what Helldivers does. For example, Darktide has another bomber enemy, but instead of exploding in your face, he throws grenades at you from afar. And this, my dear gamer, is where a lazy developer would have him just yell, "Grenade!" But Darktide has more class than that.
Let's
You
see it.
hear him pull the pin.
Damn.
That's right.
Oh,
You can literally
And
hear.
you see how it's divided into a few parts? I remember seeing this as well when we watched this on Thick Stream. Listen to the pin and then look to the build-up before. Listen to the build-up before it explodes. Listen. He pulled the pin. Then you hear that whatever that is. He throws that, so you now know by the sound design that it's flying to you because you hear more sound. And then once it drops, it goes to the third stage of sound. Listen.
That's right.
That's
You
incredible.
can literally hear a
That's
pin drop in
incredible.
Darktide. And it works because that high-pitched metallic sound in conjunction with the beep of the grenade cuts right through everything else in the mix. That high pitch is not competing for any other specialist cues or standard sounds. Obviously, you can guess what my recommendation here would be for Helldivers. All the sounds I mentioned before to add still apply here, just now with a more conscious effort to pitch things mindfully. Imagine being able to pick out a high-pitched chainsaw alongside the low hum of a gunship or a tank. Look, I love Helldivers too. It definitely does some things better than Darktide. Hell, it has 8 times the player base. They're on completely different levels of success. But when it comes to audio design, Darktide absolutely demolishes Helldivers 2. And I get a lot of people think this is a nothing burger, especially because
You're supposed to die in Helldivers.
There you go. That's literally what I said. That's literally what I said. This is, some people say this, and I believe devs think the same.
which, sure, that's part of the gameplay, but I'd like to die because of my mistakes or being out of position, not because the goddamn Chargers studied the way of the shinobi.
Okay, here's that was pretty fun. The reason he's saying that is because he's a good player. Like skilled players or like players that really strive to be better are always looking for that skill gap that makes it feel better to stay alive, and depending on their skill level and not on luck. Okay, and that's why he's asking these questions. But for the casual player who plays half an hour or whatever, they don't give a shit because they'll hop in after, you know, their long day and they'll play for an hour, they get off, they barely hear anything, they just want to get their mind off of it, and that is absolutely fair. But in the long run, if you want the game to do really, really well, and if you want it to be that next level of success and, like, you know, go for the greatness status, those things matter. And unfortunately, this game doesn't care about that. This game doesn't care about those kind of sound cues, you know?
And I think Darktide has such good audio design because it needed to. Without those cues, the specialists would feel like constantly dying to bullshit in such close quarters.
Yeah,
Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Am I wrong?
Yeah, shout out for the video. Awesome video. By the way, make sure to once again show some love. Necrotech. And this video should have more views. Make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comment section below as well. I personally agree with everything he had to say here. We've been talking about the audio of Helldivers 2 for a very, 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 very long time. And I do think that overall, like just revamping it, adding those specific sounds and whatnot would make the game 10 times better. And moving forward, I really, really hope that it will happen. And it would make the game 10 times more immersive. So once again, make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let's have an awesome civil discussion and have a good time. Okay, I wanted to watch this video with you guys. We're getting closer to update time. Hopefully we get some kind of information drop today, you know? Oh no, with another membership. Thank you so much, everybody, for the support today. I really, really do appreciate it, man. Thank you, everybody. It's been awesome. Thank you. Once again, it's a pretty dead season. Yo, Rebels! Let's go! A pretty dead season for content. Wow, it dropped below 15K, bro. Damn! Bro, if today there is nothing, I am gonna call it. This is gonna drop below 10K. And I said in the next 2 months, but I think it's gonna drop lower than that, huh? Faster, I mean. Wow. Yo, that's wild right now. That's wild, bro. Hey, true that, Concrete. I haven't seen it, Kents, but yeah, grenades are trash apart from 2. What's crazy to me is the difference between host players versus normal joiners. All new content was removed. It's crazy. That is still blows my mind. I told you I wouldn't even speak of months. What do you think? Chat, can I ask you something and be genuine with me? Like, be very, very honest. Do you think that if, like, let's say in the next few days, a lot of content creators just bounce from the program, do you think that would like turn you guys also off to the game? Like, would you be like, fuck, man, even the content creators are kind of quitting the program? What kind of reaction would you guys, do you guys think that it would have an effect? Like, what kind of message is it sending, you know? That's fine, Snake. That's why I'm asking. I mean, I'm already doing that. I think, well, I agree with you 100%, Cloud. I think that for me, it's been a little bit easier, the whole process, because I've been through this in a way worse state for myself. So I'm at that point where, like, I've done this already once, and it has only changed my life for the good, right? Like, giving up on that kind of toxic relationship with the video game, you know what I mean? It has only helped me in a way. So I guess it is what it is if it happens, right? Yeah, as I said, I quite frankly, you know, there are things that are more important to me than being in a program. But the point is, I'm not worried about that as much. I mean, we're still gonna be covering the content if we want to and stuff, right? But it's just sad that all of these games that always have so much potential, just because you know what's gonna happen, right? Like, this is so easy to call. This is gonna drop below 10K players, and that's, imagine having a peak of 458,000 and then going down to below 10,000 players. Imagine that. Imagine that. Did the big content creator meeting already happen? Yes, we've been talking a lot. Once again, you guys can ask me anything very freely. I just answer everything. I don't give a fuck what kind of question it is. Just ask whatever you want. But just to give you guys an opinion of what's going on, we had multiple meetings as creators. We have an ongoing conversation with the content creator program as well. And yesterday we had a meeting, and I asked the boys just to be professionals at what we do, give it 2 or 3 more days, and then make the decisions that we've essentially made, and then act on it, right? 2 or 3 days just to be professionals, you know? You don't need to rush these things because it takes 10 seconds to make a decision. And it's always better to give the other side some time and the benefit of the doubt, and to be honest with yourself and with your conscience as well, that you're doing the right thing by giving the other person the right amount of time to act, and so on and so on and so on, right? So we're just gonna have to wait a few more days, chat, and you guys get all the answers. So don't worry about it, don't stress about it. Just trust me on this one, okay? Personally, I'm gonna speak for myself. Corporate world is complicated for sure. Yeah, personally, I'm not even speaking of that. You know what I mean? I'm speaking of just human to human, just giving them benefit of the doubt, giving them a chance. You know what I mean? Because on the other side, they're still human beings, and I'm just letting them do what they want to do, and then go from there. You know what I mean? Essentially. So we'll see what they say. We'll see how they act, and we're gonna bounce off of that. We'll be waiting for you guys on the side of freedom. Okay, but how many chances do they need to though? Well, that's what it's worse than that. Even LMAO, they went from like what 300k for the Xbox launch back down to maybe 20k online. That's what I'm saying though. I've been saying this for a while because I've seen this before in games. When the way you're gonna notice that a game has a problem is steeper declines every time there's an update, right? And the more that is happening, the steeper it's gonna get. And we just had a big update like a month ago, and this is where we're at. After like what, 300k or like 200 and something k just on Steam, right? I still love Helldivers too, but I'm just tired of constantly being disappointed. I'm a straight up be honest with you guys, man. As a content creator, I am so excited for our creators. I'm dropping my first Arc Creators video today, second Arc Creators video tomorrow, third Arc Creators video after that. It's only just pure gameplay videos and good vibes. But then we're gonna be dropping more and more and more when the game officially comes out.
Thank you for your donation.
I'm pretty sure
so
that
much,
I wouldn't mind having around 9k consistent players. After all, they're designed for the most hardcore gamers, not for everyone.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. I think what's gonna happen is this. They're gonna drop below 10k, and it's gonna consistently sit below 10k, I think, for a while, and then they're gonna realize they fucked up. There's gonna be updates when it bounces up, and quickly people are gonna find it's dog shit, and then it's gonna bounce below 10k again. That's what's gonna happen. That's inevitable, because the way they're going and talking, the fact that they're out loud saying that they do not care, they don't think about power fantasy in the game, to me, that means, oh, okay, then I shouldn't be playing this game. It's not for me then. If you don't care about the power fantasy, it's not for me. You're alienating a huge part of the community by saying you don't think about power fantasy and the weapons. All you care about is roleplay. And sure, that's okay. Do you. But I also have the right to act the way that I want to act and not play the game. So, you know, nothing against him. I think he's an awesome dude. I personally have met him, and I truly believe he's a good dude. I really fucking do. Like, I will die on that hill. I think he was a great human to talk to, a great time. He was extremely respectful. He was very nice. There was no like dickish activity. He was a gentleman, very open, very like good energy, great guy. That's all I can say about him. But that take is just not good. Yo, Pardo, what's up, my boy? I don't even play Arc, but I'm gonna watch your Arc vids, and gameplay and sound design is a wet dream ripe for PvE lobbies, dude. Yeah, that game is incredible. It's crazy how fast we went from we're so back to it's so over this time around. We didn't, bro. They did, Skipper. What's up, K-Rip? What do you mean, what take? Edie, what do you mean? We not Pile to we need Pile to come back and put the ship back on course. I don't think nothing's gonna change, bro. Nothing's gonna change anymore. Like, I'm just being honest with you guys, bro. I'm sorry if I'm not trying to like doom dive or whatever. I'm just telling you my honest thoughts, not even as a content creator, but as a gamer. Like, after hearing that, like that's a GG for me, you know. I wish them the best, though. I'll still cover the game, but I was waiting for greatness from this game, and it's nowhere close. Chopium is right there. Time to move on, guys, says Timmy. I mean, whoever wants to play the game should play the game. I'll definitely play the game from time to time, but like, also here's what's it's highly gonna depend on. Next war bond. If the next Warbond has like light pen weapons, nothing interesting, like no stratagems, yeah. Bye. That's a bye. What the fuck even happened? There was a game dev interview where the game director said that when they make Warbonds, they don't think about making good weapons and power fantasy. Sham said that regardless of the state of the game, they will continue dropping content. Now they are saying we're delaying content. Sony deal probably screwed game up to pushing content out instead of fixing, which doesn't make Sony all the money. If the next Warbond is dog trash, I might just uninstall. I think it will be, personally. Chopium has turned into Arceum. Yeah, we need the Thief, another Grenadier emplacement. What time is it? 10 minutes. Just another lie. Oh, what do you mean, MC? What's a lie? I have a 1,000 hours consistently giving feedback since I dropped for the first time since Meridia till now. Consistently being positive and giving feedback only to be ignored. I'm sick of it. But they make a dope Warbonds though. Why you all being doomers? Okay. Sham's comment. Oh yeah, I see. Have there ever been 2 good Warbonds back to back? I don't think so. No. No. They've buffed some Warbonds, but most Warbonds are pretty like below mid. Like literally below mid, you know? They need to focus on weapons, not fantasy. Where's my laser SMG? Zin with the dono. There are 2 philosophies at war
There are
here.
2
Thank you so much for the
philosophies
dono.
at war here. Are you an evil grunt who dies in 10 seconds and we're humanity's finest soldiers who use op tools to kill hordes of aliens? When they say roleplay, they mean being a weak grunt. It'll never change.
That is very true. Oh, you all are too much, man. It's okay. If you don't agree, you don't have to watch and like, you know, get stressed about it. I understand you love everything about the game and for you, everything's fine. I 100% I understand it. I have nothing against it. I'm happy it's good for you. I'm happy you love the game. God bless. I'll always love to see you in chat, no matter our differences in opinion. That's what this chat is about. But like, try to understand other people as well. When your game is gonna drop below 10,000 players and it's gonna be in trouble, we're gonna have to come back to this regardless. Since when are we not canon? It's not about not being canon fodder. It's about like you know what the devs themselves said, like having overpowered weapons in the game. Yeah, it's about that. And then having devs say that they don't care about the weapons. It's also about that, you know? But it's okay. I guess they can say whatever they want and then take it back. The PC size is nuts. More like I play a game and I don't turn into whatever you all doing in here. Nobody's turning into no one, bro. Like, why are you getting so upset about like people having their feelings about like and opinions about it? Like, as I said, if I welcome your opinion, you should also be like, okay, I get it. You guys think like that, you know? Never cannon fodder. In what game does cannon fodder have weapons that actually kill enemies? Yeah, and they did say there will be overpowered weapons in the game as well. I mean, they have team of up to 4, wipeout sector. How is that not a power fantasy? They built the wrong play for the vision. I'm on delay, but I'm barely playing Helldivers 2 now. Yes, of course, the content creators talking their audiences on other games will have an impact, but it is that of a bad thing? I don't think so.
Thank you for your donation.
Thank you so much for the donuts, Zin.
Being cannon fodder doesn't make for good gameplay.
It never did, you know. We're about as much as cannon fodder as ODSTs are. We're still Special Forces Elite, not fresh out of Academy, Thief Troopers. Because homeboy talking about slobbing on it, LOL, like why just become, because I'm not in here having an anxiety attack after a dev interview? Do I look like I'm having an anxiety attack though? You see, you also got to reflect a little bit with the energy you come in. And I told everybody too, like, you're more than welcome. We've known each other for a long time at this point, and you know I have 0 issues, and I love seeing you in chat. And I know it's not me, but like, let people express the way they want. It's fine, dude. That's all it is, D. You know what I mean? The same way I think you should be able to express the way you want. and don't attack each other. We're all like a community here. If this update is shit, I might as well finish the redesign project I was... Oh, is Freya here? Freya, are you here? So let's go to our creators and other games and your communities. We'll go with you. We're here for the creators now. Thanks for the Helldiver 2 for what did, but they also did what they're doing now. You know, yeah. Talking about slobbing on it. I don't even know what that word means, but that's a funny word though. Yeah, but no one will enjoy actually overpowered weapon. It needs to be good, but not make the old ones obsolete. Of course, but that's the point, right? Like it's... I personally would not enjoy an overpowered weapon as well. Like you all denouncing it like it's over. No, it's I never said it's over. I'm saying that this is an issue when they say that out loud though. Like look at it like this way, right? You can't deny the fact, D, that there's a part of the community that wants cool power fantasy and the other part of the community that wants role play, right? The same way I'm not gonna deny there is a part of the community that wants role play, right? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So if I have the capability to not deny it, because the truth is there's two parts of the community, the same way you should have the capacity to do it, right? And by you, I mean that side of the community, right? Not just you. So what I'm saying is, exactly, Brick. So when as somebody that, you know, sales, whatever, when a game director, literally the game director is coming out and he says he doesn't think about making good power fantasy weapons and he only thinks about roleplay, the problem with that is he alienates one side of the community. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's the problem. And like people, when they will hear it, they will like, oh, so this will never have those kind of items that I'm interested in. I think that makes absolute sense what I'm trying to explain. 3 minutes, boys. A snake. Yeah, we'll see. Right, it just feels like people are grasping into that one little text box on the physical copy of the game when they talk about power fantasy. Never give the sense of being an OP. Okay, you're just not listening at this point, but it's okay. It's your opinion. The content is the same and it gets repetitive pretty quickly. They need to focus on adding new refreshments like new missions and new good war bonds. Come on, Pips, cheer up. Not all is lost. I'm not saying it's lost. I'm looking at it realistically and depending on what happens this week as well with the rest of the stuff. You know, games don't last forever, but Arrowhead wants the game to last for years, so they don't have no change game engines. I hear you, dude, but I'm just saying that people seem to grasp onto when they talk power fantasy. It's not grasping, it's more of how to explain it, D? It's more of a like, if you enjoyed roleplay, for example, too much, and every time there's a video from a game developer, you would hear, we don't care about roleplay. It'd be like, oh, come on, man, just a little bit. You know what I mean? Patch day, yes, sir. But you are bummed out, man. I really enjoy your stream because you're always positive. Well, that should tell you a lot then, shouldn't it? I always try to keep the energy and keep it, like always positive and focus on gameplay. And what does that tell you if I'm kind of losing it as well? That should tell you something, right? And I'm not doing that on purpose, bro. I wish I was super excited. I really do, bro. I really fucking do. I really do. Trying to upgrade all weapons, and the difference between the liberated coyote and the liberated penetrator is staggering when they're to use them to take out the shaft. Yeah, you do look defeated. You need. I am defeated. I said that at the beginning of the stream. Like I'm not telling you guys to do the same, but I'm not excited about this game anymore. Like I have nothing that like excites me about
Helldivers are like World War II commandos.
Thank you for the 5, Racco. Appreciate
because
it.
they were deployed on extremely hard missions.
Thank you so much for the 5. Ron! Big PP! Where is it? Where is it?
Big Tiffy! Big Tiffy!
Thank you so much. D, how are you comparing Helldivers to Doom Guy or MC that's delusional? I mean, listen, once again, he has his thoughts. 4 dudes against a mass horde and people are surprised their insides are made of marshmallows. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Thank you.
I think
for
we're just
your donation.
We're not listening to you.
We're not grasping at anything. When we bought the game, we were Super Earths finite with op weapons thanks to the railgun bug. If they released the weak grung sim, the game would be dead by now.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be there soon enough, I think. I did not expect it to drop to 13k today. That's insane. I was expecting like maybe 18, 19, but 13k. If there's nothing announced today, I'm interested what happens in the next few days if there's nothing today. Oh man, Pips, I joined you since the invasion on Lipsa through the going to Super Earth. Yes, dude, it really hurts to see you this down. Yeah, good times, bro. Hey, listen, hopefully good times are ahead. Hopefully we get good updates, you know, but it is what it is, man. I'll still make content. I think I have like what? Here, let me check for you guys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos already uploaded for Helldivers, so Pips, can you explain what is the point of that program that you guys are in? Sure. So the program, like, we were flown out to Sweden some time ago. It was, I don't know the exact number, but like 10 to 15, no, not even 15, 10, 11, 12 content creators that were like consistently uploading for the game, and that were like essentially like very active. And, you know, we're making probably quality content and so on. They were flown out to Sweden, and the goal, from what we were told in Sweden, at least, was to keep the program small and only have actually creators that are playing Helldivers 2 regularly, that are making content regularly. And one of the things that they did say that was really cool was that they said we will never be involved in any in any kind of content you make. If you say bad things, say bad things. If you say good things, say good things. And 99% of the time, I would say 95% of the time, they've stuck to that. They haven't really, my personal experience, haven't pushed anything and haven't said, you know, you shouldn't upload this, even when we called some stuff dog shit and terrible, which we did a lot. No update, nothing yet. We're waiting. We're waiting, chat. Trust me, we're waiting. Let me go to the official Discord here. Helldivers 2 official Discord. We're gonna have this up on screen. If something comes out in an announcements, it should be here, right? Do official Discord, yeah. So yeah, they haven't really done anything. You die just as fast in SM2. Yes, but SM2 has a skill gap to it. Sound cues, visual cues, crazy power fantasy. You can rip things apart. It's actually a skill gapped game, not a RNG game. The quality of sound is like comparing a potato to a lightsaber. The power fantasy is the same way, obviously, because it makes sense, because you're a space marine, not a normal Helldiver. But yeah, you can be a glass cannon, but also deal tons of damage. Probably they will come with a hey, update time. There is no update today. See you guys. Yeah, we'll see. But what is the point of it? Just to post your videos on Discord? Oh, you mean how we benefit from it? Is that the question? If the question is, because I'm gonna try to, because so you don't have to type a lot. If the question is how we benefit from it, the actual real benefit when it comes to content that we have is that we get like fully unlocked war bonds. If that was the question, and you guys already know this, right? We get fully unlocked war bonds, yeah. So we don't have to waste time on the grind. And that's essentially, when it comes to content, something that actually affects our content is that. Yes, they said mid-October break. Well, it's not 20Ks, 13. Yeah, well, 20 apart. Yeah, everywhere, yeah. Next week. Let's wait a little bit. At this speed, bro, I don't think anything happens next week either. I hope you enjoy every second of it, D. But they don't ask you what you think about what is coming. They do ask us, yeah. We do give feedback, yes. Azakatura, do not insult them, man. If you're having a conversation, just have a conversation, right? I never delete anything or stuff like that unless it gets insulting. But just, you know, just don't insult each other. Just talk, dude. Just talk. That's what I want my community to learn. Just have a conversation, bro. Respect each other. Freedom of speech, baby. What are updates announced at the latest? An hour from now. More like 20 minutes. But then I think the game is dead. There will be no update. Mid-October means October 31st to Arrowhead. Says like they might try to pull something like try to drop content when our creators is dropping, and that would be such a big mistake. But I mean, if they want to do it. What is it? Today's the 14th. So it would be what? Like 21st and then 28th. That's the last chance, right? And then the 30th, if they do decide to drop Warbond on the 30th, that's going to be our Creators Day, and I'm not going to be covering that. I quite frankly don't give a fuck. I'm going to be playing our Creators. I'll probably, like, if maybe I get some recording going there. But we'll see. Look, man, if it takes them until October 31st to make the game better, I'm okay with that. Just don't want to be met with disappointment. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, you know, how hopefully the game will... I mean, the game has been feeling better, though, right? Is there actually an update today? There's Halo fan. Halo, welcome to the stream. First thing I want you to know is I never clickbait anything. You probably are new to the channel. So every Tuesday, we have a community stream. Essentially, we wait for the update because Tuesdays are the official update days for Helldivers. So whether you get the actual patch or the update, or you get some kind of new info, it 99% of the time happens on Tuesdays. So we're always sitting here and waiting, hoping for the best, so to speak. We don't know exactly if it's gonna drop. We're hoping that it will. Like not just the update itself, but maybe some kind of information our way. Will you do a video of our creators after testing this weekend? I'm starting to drop our creators videos today, tomorrow, the day after. We're going to be streaming every day on the weekend, and then hopefully we get to upload more and more. Thanks, okay? I'll hang out around for a bit. Yo, you're welcome, man. Thank you so much for being here. Have you been following how Randy Pitchford may have been humbled since BUILDUP would never be discounted? Somehow he's now on a 20% discount. No, not really. I don't follow Borderlands that much. Democracy never dies. This is Adam. I'm excited for our creators, boys. I'm really excited for our creators. We're getting so freaking close. I don't know if you guys saw, but there's a lot of shit now. Let me show you guys. They've been dropping some stuff, I believe, right? Was this not it? The new... The fact that this is gameplay footage is also insane, isn't it? Like this shit right here. Did you guys see also the character creation? Where was that? I think like Scrappy has that, right? Yeah. I think he dropped it. You can even customize Scrappy, the chicken. That is so cool, bro. Look at that. Damn, dude. Yeah, look at this. Look at the outfits too, dude. Look at that, bro. Bro, this is gonna be so incredible. That's incredible. Dude, what the hell? Immersive chicken gameplay. Yes, but again, the power fantasy doesn't exist, but the devs don't want it. Even thought that's why they sold you. Yo, Pips, it's parkour. I was away for a long time. Bad conditions, but I'm back. Yo, hope everything is good in life, man. Good to have you back. Welcome to the show. I think Arc Raiders will be a big competition for... Arc Raiders will be probably a big competition for any game, to be honest with you. But we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It's gonna be a fun time. Yeah, I'm gonna be covering the game a lot. Not once people actually play it. Helldivers 2 can't even compare to Arc Raiders. It doesn't stand a chance. Not once people actually play it. Like in terms of like the gameplay and the quality of gameplay, it's on a different level. You definitely cannot compare it to Helldivers 2. When you say that, where did they sell apart from the little text packs on the physical release? I don't think it will pop off like Battlefield 6, but I will surpass Helldivers 2, I think. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna pop off like Battlefield 6 as well. I don't even need it to. I just want it to do well. And this time, I'm not making a mistake. I'm not pivoting away from Arc. I'm just gonna stay on Arc and make content for Arc as much as I can. Because like that's the game I really actually enjoy, so we'll have to wait and see. The only part Helldivers 2 can compete is that it's PvE. Yeah, but the quality is different. That's not a competition. That's being in the same genre to some extent, but the quality is different. It's like comparing Tetris, right? Like the first edition of Tetris to God of War Ragnarok. I genuinely think that's the kind of difference there is. It's insane. What else did Arc Raiders devs make? So for all the people that don't know, the Arc Raiders devs are the OG Battlefield 3 devs. Yo, Riley, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. They are the OG Battlefield 3 devs. When Arc drops, I will not be leaving my chair for 72 hours as max. Yeah, I'll be on that chair with you. So then they created the finals. And then, you know, they made Arc Raiders. Actually, I disagree. If the hype is right, I definitely think it can compete with Battlefield 6. It depends on weapons updates. If the dev team cooks, I think it can have an insane run. It will have an insane run for sure. I agreed because I don't think it's going to hit like 800,000 players on Steam, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. But I think it's going to be a great, phenomenal game. Did someone say jail? This cloud exactly like that. Actually, Airhead deserves to go under with this sort of communication. Yeah, so I'm assuming nothing's happening again. No update this week at all. I think the patch is going to be 21st. Well, I heard that last week. I think patch is going to be the 14th, Pip. I think now it's like, I think the patch is going to be the 21st, Pip. Hopefully. Wow, this dev interior was full of nothing. What a time to waste this brand. No update, no comms, no nothing. Yep, absolutely nothing. Well, mid-October is pretty much today, so I don't know what to tell you, says Skipper. Yeah, true that. I think Liberty Day, so the 26th. Yeah. 26th is what? It's a Sunday? Update was the video you saw, says Timmy. Well, I think the patch will be here for Christmas, says Cloud. Confirmed. Next Helldivers 2 update 2029 October 14th. Huge dubs in chat. We're all waiting for 2029, October 14th. Let's go. Huge dubs, man. Huge dubs, man. They didn't say which October, says Skipper. My bad, dude. I didn't even think about that. My grandpa would do that to me when I was a kid. It's like, yeah, we're going Tuesday. Don't worry about it. We're going to that place Tuesday. And then Tuesday would come and I'm like, Grandpa, are we going today? And he'd be like, I never said which Tuesday. And he would walk off. Yeah. And people are then like, babe, how do you have thick skin? My grandfather was trolling me since the age of like 4. What do you think? That's it, guys. We're done with Helldivers 2. Time to pack your stuff and move to Arc Raider, says Maxwell. Pips, they are waiting for the midterm elections. Arrowhead keeps trolling us. Cannot update if on his stuff. Bro, how crazy is that? That Odo's PC actually is cooked. Like it's dead. How insane is that? D, you gotta chill out with the rage baiting, bro. You gotta chill out. Like, you're rage baiting people, bro. Come on. We literally do that at work. We put signs on staff that says temporary position until 35, and we also say we didn't say what year. How did his PC cook? It's dead. He turned on Helldivers 2 and it shut down, and his motherboard and his processor cooked. You got banned from the program, hardware cooker style? No, he's not banned from the... Well, technically he is, yes. He has no PC. Why don't they just say, hey guys, no update today, but it is coming, simple communication. That's what I've been begging for, but community has, you know, so many yes men and those types of persons is why the gaming industry is in shambles. True. His computer didn't have Democracy Protect. I uninstalled game by the first days of October because 150 GB and still adding it's too much, plus the performance issues and the disappointing content. Dead game. Bro, it's still dropping, bro. Damn. Chill. Next year. Oh, it's Skipper. Can somebody from Sweden tell me if there are some definition differences on October between Sweden and other countries? Is crazy. Guys, sorry there's no content or update, but in 3 months time we will give you a cape as a sorry. I don't think it was all of them, but yeah, probably about 80% of them. If there's nothing today, it's just crazy. No. You want my insane mythical pre-guess what's gonna happen? There's gonna be a new filler MO. Isn't today when the MO ends? Where the fuck is that? I don't even look at shit anymore, dude. I don't even know. 37 minutes. Yeah. So most likely they're gonna drop a new MO. Probably today. That's gonna be it. Yo, Font. How are you? Good to see you. One second. Always, Skipper. Yo, Freya's back. Freya, I was asking for you because I'm gonna check out that thing. Did you drop it in my Discord, Freya? Is that where it is? Crazy fam. Yeah. Yo, I see you. I see you. Legion Astartes. I like it. Yes. Well done. Great work. Can you make like the logo a little bit more like pop out? Can you make it a little bit pop out, like the yellow, like the gold eagles? You know what I mean? Like a little bit, like just pop out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So you're still grinding out the details. Yeah, that would be sick if you could do that. Like, you know, this one, just make it pop out a little bit more. You're crazy how a game running a Stingray can blow up and up to spec PC. I was talking about wanting a community made patches and letting the community have full access to the game. I agree with this. They will never do that, bro. I understand what some of the takes that the boys have, but they genuinely will never want to do that. They just won't do that. You know? I don't think they will, at least. But a great job, Freya. Yes, I do. Yes, I do like it. This new Helldivers weapon? No, it's just Freya being talented and making cool weapon designs for the one and only. Pips is it's fine. We all have our creators. All will be fine and dandy. Well, dude, while you know, I think I'm one of the creators that has like hard pivoted from games, so I'm not, you know, that stressed about it, but it's still stressful because at the end of the day, we do this to take care of our families, bro. And when it's dead seasons like this, and obviously the videos are not getting views, and obviously like the community's not hyped, you know, and they're not enjoying the content, videos are not getting a lot of views, which means that the income's not coming in. Now, once again, like I've done this before, I know I can make it work. So I quite frankly, if we're talking to 100% extent, I would say that I'm probably like 10 to 15% stressed and 85% fine with it. Because I know what I can do. I know the content I can make. I'll be just fine. But it's just messed up, you know. Yo, FaZe, what's up? It's stressful. Yeah, to some extent. I feel cooked. Yeah. Well, as I said, at the end of the day, Pips, I have been worried for a little bit. Just want to be able to do what I do and put food on this table, you know? Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people don't think about that from a viewer's perspective because, you know, you guys probably think that we make like hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever. We really don't, you know. There's months that you'll have good income and then months when it's dead season. And that's why I always say thank you so much for everything, right? Because it really does make a difference. But at the end of the day, I'm excited for the future. I'm all about like failure, bro. Like I love that feeling of somebody telling you can't do something. Because I know I can. And then I like doing it. And then I like those people looking at me and be like, oh, he did it, you know? Get some good food in, Freya. All of a sudden, I feel like the stability is gone. I always can't put into words when I get support from people in the community saying thank you doesn't feel like enough. Yeah, true. That's really sad. I put money into the game and had some great moments. They owe us that. Is the missed potential awesome Helldivers 2 content that's missed due to all these issues? Says Stevie. Whatever you choose, the community supports you. Go for it. Listen, Eclipse. I've heard that a lot of times, and while I do believe a bunch of the community will actually stand on it, I've done this for a while now, and I do not blame anybody for the fact that when I will be playing other games and switching content, not everybody's gonna show up. I understand that. But at the same time, I've always stated I'm gonna be coming back to Helldivers 2 when there's cool content. And when there's no content, you know, it is what it is. And that's that. I like the idea that we get to have control over the narrative in terms of what happens with the map, as we do missions, whatnot. The part I don't like is not knowing things in terms of the back end, because you don't really have any control over it as well. Definitely let the hater bug take control. I mean, that's fine if you look at it that way. If you genuinely think that like people here hate the game, that's your thoughts. But it's time though, boys. Double down the grind and really show them what we can do. Bro, I can't even start my game at the moment. Yeah, FaZe can't even play the game at all. He can't even start up the game to make content. Can you play with people worldwide on Arc, or can I play? Yeah, you can play with anybody. If you need to talk, you only have to DM me. My guy says Cloud. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, bro. It is what it is at this point. Too late. Battlefield 6 out and Ark is around the corner. Says, oh, Ronin has entered the chat. And today, we will honor you with his presence. Democracy is in trouble. And so is Odo's PC. There you go. Japanese locked in. Imagine a game holding your PC hostage. I'm 2K hours into Helldivers, but Arc Raiders is calling my names as Eclipse. Calling all of our names. Floriel, it's Tuesday, innit? Harry Potter, would you like a cup of water, mate? Harry Potter, lad. Jesus, I'm so good at it. I have to play PS5 because I cannot boot the game on PC. In trouble! I'll be here. I'm up that early in the morning. Your 2 a.m. stream is the only thing that bothers me, says Riley. 100% radio silent in the new good just frustrates people. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. No update today. Do you guys think it's gonna drop below 10K next 2 weeks? Joe fixed it by getting a new CPU. You think it's gonna drop below 10K? It drops 10K next 2 weeks for sure. Yeah. Wild that his CPU got fried. It is freaking wild, bro. 10K by this evening. 8,000. Don't give us another Chopium, please. Max, get out the basement. It just makes no sense that the devs say our complaints are totally justified. They then say we'll be more forthcoming to communication, but they don't tell us shit. The interview they did yesterday, just the timing. Yeah, 100%. Damn. It's gonna drop. I dropped my pants before my diarrhea, says Rebels. That's very interesting information that I didn't fucking need to know, but now I do. Appreciate you, Rebels, as always, for the useless information that you fill my head up with, you know? Thank you. Is the game frying systems? Correct. Literally bricking it. You have 2 content creators that they got their PCs bricked. Literally, like out of like the people I know, like the small circle. FaZe, I have some Cheetos right now in my yogurt. Is it tangled up in your chest here? And also a little bit in the stomach? And maybe you have some pieces of it stuck under your ball sack, but you don't care because it's been there for like over a week and you're out of shape, so you haven't been outside. Obviously, you have no relationships. So female is something that you've never either heard of, or if you have heard of, it's like you don't believe in it. Is that what's going on? He's saving it for later. Yeah, you just go under your ball sack and grab a slice of pizza. I mean, oh, I know Max isn't in that situation, but I have a strong feeling a lot of people sometimes in the comment section are. I literally just talked about a Helldiver's daily routine. Maybe they are frying PCs to stop content creators from making negative videos, says Ronan. Female, what's that, says Eclipse. Dude, I won't be leaving my chair for 72 hours. I need to have a game plan, says Max. True, you need to have some supplies. Did someone say couch pizza? Oh, God, why are we so cooked? Why are we so cooked? I'm cooking breakfast, bro, says Chris Campbell. Enjoy it. El Fontaine. Democracy. Democracy is in... Guys. Democracy.
Democracy is in trouble. Everybody, let's put on the cape. Bug. Democracy. Yo, trouble. Fucking what is going on with this game? Communicate. Tell your community what's going on. But when is this update? What's going on? Talk. Why are they not saying anything? Communicate precisely what you want to do, bro. Talk to your community, bro. Jesus, man. What the hell, bro? Anyway. Oh, shit.
Was that on all that time? Oh, God. My bad. Yes? Oh, God. Valid crash out? Real voice reveal. Shut your ass up, dude. Real voice. Shut up. Shut up. It's not my real voice, dude. The most valid and funniest crash out. My boy's losing his sanity. Pips and the Chipmunks. That was supposed to turn off after 5 seconds. Okay? That's on me. Your real voice sounds amazing, Pips. Be brave. How would I... You know what? I can already imagine you. You know, do not hack. I can imagine you standing in this, like, long room while I'm sprinting at you and jump, double kicking you to the chest because of that. And then I would hug you, but before that, I would jump kick you. For sure. Just admit it, Pips. That's your real voice. Just a minute, Pips. That's your real voice. No. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna turn off toxic Pips now, and I'm gonna get back to my normal state, right? please stop pushing me to being toxic, Pips, right? Stop it. I don't want any part of that. Pip and Dale. Fuck, man. We don't want toxic Pips. We want cat ears Pips. Well, guess what? When we start the Arc Raiders arc, we're gonna have a donation goal. Okay? I'm gonna make it so unbelievably insane that donation goal will never hit. Okay? So I'm gonna be safe, and if it ever does hit, then you'll see cat ear Pips. Before that, it's not happening. I have cat ears literally in the next room. I'm not wearing that shit. That shit is so annoying. Pips, not gonna lie, even though you sound like Elvin, you were not wrong. True. The Pip Monks is wild. It won't hit until it does. It won't, ever. Pip, just remember the night you had in Sweden with the boys. Dude, it was so good. Pip Monks is crazy. Shut your ass up, everybody, okay? You turn it back on, buddy. That was the highlight of the morning. Like, you know what's sad? When the highlight of the morning on a Helldivers 2 stream is me accidentally leaving on the voice effect. That's sad to me, bro. Okay? Freya is still in chat, so we have hope for cat ears. I'm gonna make like a 5,000 donation goal. I don't care. Not even Freya. Nobody can hit that. We're good. Pip Monks is peak honesty speech. Now you guys are pretty cool too. How did we get here? Says Eclipse. I don't know. I don't know, because there's a lot of shit I can't talk about. And I'm not going to talk about it. You know? 13,000 today is crazy. I believe you created pivot to other games. It's scary, but you can do it. You have community, and there's so many good games you can find. I hope Arc Raiders will be fruitful for us all. I'm definitely going Arc and coming back to Helldivers when there's content. What the fuck is Helldivers 2 player counts going up? It's not going up. Hearing the devs say what he said about the game was very cringe to hear. It's like Arrowhead transforms from base to most hated. I'll call my trusted oil shake on you, Pips. Cat ears will happen, says Roger. It won't happen. Talk about it. Be honest with us. Don't be like Arrowhead. Well, I can't talk about something where I'm NDA'd out of my damn mind and I will be in legal trouble. But I think if you're asking me why and how we got there, it's just not doing what the community wants. That's all it is. Like people can genuinely, you know, what the fuck is this? Guys, democracy is in trouble. Everybody, let's put on the cape. Democracy! Yo, trouble! Fucking what is going on with this game? Guys, democracy is in trouble. Bro, I need to move to another. Bro. I'ma straight up be 100 with you. I need to move to another game. This is not normal, dude. It's driving me insane at this point, I think. This is bad, bro. This is not good for me, bro. Guys, democracy is in trouble. Everybody, let's put on the cape. This is not good for my health. Yeah, I need to chill out. I need to chill out, bro. Well, you guys say just move on, but I need to time it correctly, bro. I'm making money off of making content. I need to find the game that I enjoy. I need to make sure the content that I upload does well. I need to make sure that it's getting views. I need to make sure the streams are somewhat reliable and there's views on the stream so I get the sponsorships. There's a lot that goes into it. I can't just go and play Tetris 2. I can't, because I'll have 4 viewers and then, you know, oh, there you go. Somebody actually said Tetris. And I'll have 4 viewers, and the videos will have 20 views, and which means I don't have income, which that means I can't take care of my loved ones. It's very fucking simple. So I can't just, you know. I appreciate that, Sad. I really do. That's why we're gonna be trying Helldivers. Oh my god. Our creators. Yes, we're starting uploading our creators content starting today, and then we're gonna stream all day when our creators goes live. You gotcha game drama? Yeah, fuck that. Never give up, Pips. Democracy is in trouble. Got it, Mario. Free trial is this weekend. Pip Monk Crash Out was so good. I'm gonna make that a full big screen dono thing on like a $200 donation. That's gonna take the full screen. I can't wait for Thick to see. Oh my god, I can't wait for Takibo to see that. Holy shit. Deluxe edition font. Well, someone will do it today. Mitchimus on Discord, the community manager confirmed no patch today. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. No patch today, officially confirmed by Arrowhead. Oh, I have the displeased of witnessing it. Okay. Are you playing, by the way? You want to hop into the Big PP Discord and play? Takibo, let me know if you do. If I'll be hopping on in a few minutes. Yo, I'm locked in. Medics are walking right over me and ignoring me again. The best medic in the game. Gonna join you soon. What are you gonna play, Pips? I'm gonna be playing Battlefield. We've been streaming for 3 hours now, dude. Time flies. I don't know, chat. Like, as I said, our creators. Our creator. Today, the first video goes live. Even if you're not gonna be following our creators, I will ask you to, when the video drops, make sure to have the notifications on the channel. Show some support for the first few videos. Drop a like on it. Just keep it open on a different tab. Will help me out a lot to grow the reach. Once again, it's only going to take you a second to click on it, like it, all that kind of shit. That helps a lot. And we'll start dropping our creators content. And then our creator comes out and we're going to be streaming it and watching it. And it's going to be a good time, baby. It's going to be a good time. Philip, what's up? Anyway, chat, that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna go chill out, bro. I can't do this right now. Like, it is what it is. They're driving the game where they want to drive it. At the end of the day, once again, Arrowhead's game. There's gonna be probably some news concerning the content creators this way or the other in the next probably 2-3 days. We're waiting for some confirmations and for some stuff, obviously. And we are gonna go from there. You will be updated on that when we have exact information. You're gonna be you're going to be seeing me streaming. I'll probably go live as soon as we make the decision, no matter which way the decision goes. And we'll talk about it. Because we owe you guys that, right? Because you guys have been showing incredible support. So, and yeah, some crazy times ahead. And we'll see how it goes. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Thank you for showing up. Unfortunately, no update this week. Hopefully next week. It's like, hopefully. You never know. But I'm hoping next week is going to be a good week. And we go from there. I really don't want to see this right here. Let me tell you that much. 13,000 players is kind of wild. You guys take care. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for always showing up on Tuesdays and showing the love that you do. You guys are absolutely incredible. And only good times ahead, man. Remember, we're always going to cover Helldivers 2 and come back to it when there's good content. But all the rest, we're going to be trying to find and expand the content. So love you all. Appreciate you all. As always, stay positive. Stay disciplined. Take care. I will talk to you guys very soon. Thank you for everything.